Alright guys, I'm back for the news, and I got my Reddit back, and I'll be mainly posting on Twitter as I have been, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I will be still posting on Reddit, although Twitter will be my main thing that I keep interact with you guys and post news on outside of YouTube. So I just figured I'd tell you that. I'm still posting on my other things like Facebook and Discord, so follow them if you're interested. I got bots on my Discord. Anyway, so Cyberpunk 2077 sequel won't begin pre-production until 2023, and from this article, I glanced over before the video, it sounds like they're pretty packed for this next year. They're finishing up the Phantom Liberty DLC, and they got 350 people working on the upcoming DLC. And then they also have the Witcher remake and the Witcher sequel trilogy they're working on right now. So those are in report also states that Witcher remake and the Witcher trilogy are still in development, and as of right now, there's still no date for either of them. So if they ever freaking start this pre-production on the next Cyberpunk game, it'll probably be towards the end of 2023 if they even have time to start it. But yeah, don't expect the game anytime soon from the looks of it. Because pre-production just means that they just started producing it. And they tend to do pre-production as they're working on other projects, they're finishing them up. So by the time that they're midway or close to finishing the Witcher projects, or they normally have a small group of people that they put out on another project which is in pre-production. So the studio that worked on the CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 anime series, I don't know what the studio's name is, but they said they remained open to working with them again if they bring them something good. So I don't know if that means a sequel to Cyberpunk. I doubt that they're going to do that, but apparently it sold well, so you know, who knows, sky's the limit. But any other series in under their belt, like, you know, I don't know, they already have a Witcher live action series, so I doubt that. But it's possible they might get anime series for other franchises with them. So they have the 1.10 patch that came out yesterday, December 1st, as I'm speaking in past tense right now. I got it on my Switch. Hard to tell what bugs it actually fixed. I didn't really read over the patch notes, but it was mainly for the competitive battle scene that they wanted to kick the patch off, and they had to fix the game too. So version 1.10 is a 1 gigabyte update. Is designed to not only introduce Season 1 of ranked battles in the Battle Stadium, but also fix various bugs, infuriatingly rather than openly naming in said fixes. As we'd expect from pretty much any other publisher, Nintendo chooses to identify only one of the fixes, and it couldn't be more trivial. So it's hard to say what they actually fixed in this patch. As I said, I haven't played since 2 days ago because I've been streaming with my brother. I wasn't streaming yesterday because he was busy. But other than that, I'll be streaming tonight, so I do hard streams, so you guys want to point out what they actually fixed? Because I have no idea. There's a floating Pokeball that happens every once in a blue moon. That's a problem. That's just one I've noticed, but you know, there's probably plenty more. Nintendo Switch among Amazon's best-selling Black Friday items, and the Nintendo Switch was one of the best-selling items over at Amazon's biggest Black Friday holiday shopping weekend ever. Now, I heard a lot of people didn't spend a lot of money this year when it comes to disposable income because they didn't have it. But I'm just assuming. This year's Black Friday weekend was Amazon's biggest ever, and while gaming items sold well overall, only one made it into the best-selling list, and the Nintendo Switch. Yes, more than 6 years after launch, Nintendo's groundbreaking console continues to do well at retail, and it's chugging with a lot of these newer games, so they need a new iteration or update to the Switch. They need to have a new Switch come out, like an upgraded Switch, or the new next-gen Switch, or whatever you want. I don't even know if their next console is going to be a Switch. personally speaking. I have no idea what Nintendo plans to do. They've always been the black horse of the three. You don't know what they're gonna do. But the reason they haven't made one is because of parts prices increases and stuff like that. It's practically impossible to market a new device when the parts are skyrocketing in price and you can't get your hands on them because of the supply chain. So that's the reason they haven't. Short not long ago. If you guys check out my shorts, I haven't really been getting a lot of views recently. But the Series S, there was more stock in the Walmart the other day, my local Walmart, and they finally dropped the price down to $250. So officially, the Series X is now, Series S, my bad, is now lower in price than the Switch, which is crazy, making it the cheapest console out there. Sony mentions the PS6 release year. If only this document weren't redacted. Yeah. Sony is arguing that the Microsoft owning Call of Duty will seriously hurt its business and upcoming PlayStation 6 console. Microsoft has offered to continue making Activision games available on PlayStation only until 2027. This article's a bit older, but this references the PlayStation 6, so I think the recent... I have another article in here for that, but Microsoft mentioned the recent deal was 10 years, so today's 2022, so that's kind of irrelevant. So anyway, so Microsoft has offered to continue making Activision games available on PlayStation only until a period until 2027 or some other possibly shorter time that Microsoft unilaterally determines makes sense to Microsoft. Which, even though they're saying that, they may decide to keep Call of Duty on there indefinitely because it's Microsoft. I mean, they have Minecraft on there still. By the time that SIE launches the next generation of its PlayStation console, Sony Interactive Entertainment, I didn't want to read that out loud, which is likely to occur around redacted, it would have lost access to Call of Duty and other Activision titles, making it extremely vulnerable to consumer switching and subsequent degeneration in its competitiveness. And they just have to compete. I don't know what... They're growing complacent because they've been on the top for so long, so they're not willing to innovate or anything. That's basically what's happening here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be seeing these arguments from Sony. That's literally what they're arguing. They don't want to compete. Yes, there's concerns about Microsoft getting the one of the biggest studios and game trilogies, game series out there, or whatever. Trilogies? Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway. But, like, in the long term, I don't think it's going to be that much of a big deal. I think they're blowing it way out of proportion. And, I don't know. As I said, they can make games to compete with Microsoft if they so choose to, but they're not doing that. They're just sitting here complaining for the world to see. Not saying that the other opposition isn't doing the same thing, but as I said, it was 2027, so they literally just... a cat's out of the bag. Their plans on the console would probably be about towards the end of this decade, which we're already 2 years into this decade anyway. That's basically what they said, and so it's a rough estimate. It's not actually the exact year. Microsoft are reportedly making concessions, including a 10-year deal with PlayStation to get an Activision Blizzard deal done, and they basically shot this down almost at face value. There was talk of them saying they won't allow Game Pass on Xbox or on PlayStation, and Microsoft's like, no, we never said that. I mean, you guys, we said that we'll allow Game Pass on PlayStation if you allow your PlayStation Plus on our system. So that's what they said, and PlayStation doesn't want that. So, bad faith argument, I guess. But anyway, they're probably gonna get sued. Microsoft is, and they're probably gonna fight it. You know how that goes. The deal was supposed to end in March. The Witcher remake will feature an open-world CD Projekt Red says. And I mentioned Witcher earlier when I was talking about Cyberpunk 2077's sequel. But yeah, the Witcher, the original Witcher, which wasn't on console, it was on PC, is getting a remake. will give players a little more freedom the first time in the Witcher remake, which is being developed by CD Projekt Red, will be an open world unlike the original version of the 2007 game, which was slightly more linear. Slightly. I don't believe that. I mean, I played Witcher 2. I know it was pretty linear, so I can only imagine what 1 was like. There's no word yet on when the remake might be released, which means it's still probably pretty far off. Although I keep bashing PlayStation, you know, they kind of make it easy to bash them recently. It's not like I want to, but a PC version of Gran Turismo is under consideration. So they're one of their flagship titles, Gran Turismo. They're making one of their main racing games available on PC. So they're pushing PC. So I like that they're doing that because Microsoft is already on PC. So, you know, they need to be pushing more games across platform like they have been. I think it's a good direction we're going in. GT Planet opponent said, however, Gran Turismo 7 is already scalable to some degree, and as it runs on both PlayStation and PlayStation 4 and 5, there could well be pressure on Yamauchi from Sony to make it happen. No Gran Turismo game has been played on anything other than PlayStation hardware before, but in these past couple years, Sony Interactive Entertainment has been bringing a string of its biggest exclusives to PC with some success. Horizon, God of War, Spider-Man, and Uncharted have all made the jump. And hopefully they continue this as a permanent habit because, you know, I think these companies need to get in the habit of cross-platform on other devices. Although I personally don't play on PC very often. I like that they're doing that. Bethesda is working on another mobile game, but from which franchise? I don't know. So, from what I can understand, there's an Elder Scrolls Blades mobile game. There's Fallout Shelter. So, they have one from both their franchises. So, I can see them making another one for either one of those. But, I don't know. Maybe something different this time? Starfield developer Bethesda is currently working on a new mobile game, though it's unclear which of its famous franchises it's based on. Speaking of to Lex Friedman on the latest episode of his podcast, Bethesda executive producer and Starfield director Todd Howard revealed that the Elder Scrolls and Fallout developer has another mobile game in the works. Oh, okay. Well, they specifically referenced those two things in here. It's probably one of those. What do you call it? Starfield's way too early in its infancy for it to get a mobile game, so... Anyway, so Nintendo shuts down Smash Bros. World Tournament just days ahead of Championship. A major fun-run Smash Bros. Tournament has been shut down by Nintendo for unclear reasons, and it has given implications for a Smash scene. Nintendo told them without any warning that they will no longer be able to operate the night before Thanksgiving. The organizers also say that they will be losing hundreds of thousands of dollars due to this shutdown. So, I don't know. I was thinking immediately it had something to do with, you know, what's going on in the world, but now I'm like, I have no idea. Red Dead Redemption 2 hits new player peak Christmas update, adds more content. Red Dead Redemption 2 is getting into the Christmas spirit. Now, I'm actually surprised they're still making updates for this game, as they tend to prioritize the Grand Theft Auto over Red Dead Redemption's online. And to be honest with you, I don't really play online. It was a good game, but I just wasn't really into the online for this. Red Dead Redemption 2 has broken its record on concurrent players 3 years after its PC release. In addition to a wave of new players, Rockstar will have new rewards, seasonal outfits, and more for a limited time. Thanks to the Steam database as discovered by Eurogamer, we know that the November 27th, there were 66,492 concurrent players. Sorry, guys. On Red Dead Redemption 2 on Steam prior to its new record of Red Dead Redemption previously had 55,000 players million. When it launched on Steam in 2019, the report suggests that the new wave of players was due to the Steam's autumn sale that just happened. So people got the game on discount and were like, let's try it out. Why not? Microsoft buyout of Activision Blizzard approved in another region. So another region, yeah, they're gonna fight this in court if the EU wants to sue them on it. I can almost guarantee they're already approved in most regions at this point. Microsoft's bid to purchase Activision Blizzard continues to push ahead. Reuters reports that Serbia has now cleared the deal unconditionally. This follows similar approvals in places like Brazil and Saudi Arabia. The Reuters report had no further information on terms of the approval by Serbia. So another region in the world has just approved them. Xbox Game Pass gets Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga just in time for the holidays. Skywalker Saga comes to Xbox Game Pass on December 6th. It seems like Microsoft wants you to enjoy your holidays in a similar fashion. So, I'm actually looking forward to playing this. I heard it was really good, even though I'm not really into the Lego games as much. But, anyways, any news I didn't get here, I'll post on my Twitter. You know the drill, guys. Follow Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, Discord, whatever your preferred platform is. For the most part, I'm posting all of them. One-man show here. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description below. Drop me a like and subscribe. If you like my videos, please ring the bell. I greatly appreciate it. Any news I don't get here, I'll post on my Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.